So on to our next type would be the uncompetitive inhibition. So the only difference between this and the previous one would be the second step, and that is in the previous, uh, it's it's defined as a competitive. So the inhibitor competes with the substrate. So they are not bound in the second. But here, there's no competition happening between them, but they are bound in one. So we have the concentration of the ESI complex. And just the same, we have two reversible processes and one irreversible. And then we'll have the same naming of the rate constant ratio. And then we'll have our equation 1 still assigned to our product velocity. And then just like the other one, we're going to express all enzyme-related concentrations in terms of ES, because it's also obviously common in these two reversible steps. Okay, let's move on to, the same naming. Then our assumption that the total enzyme content is constant all throughout. So we have these three, and we'll express these two in terms of ES. Now, this is quite simpler than the previous one because our our enzyme concentrations, and ESI complex concentrations can be expressed in terms of ES simply by transposition. And then these are the equations stated above. Please be guided. So now we are going to plug them in. So this is for the ESI, and then this is for the concentration. And then next, we're going to take out the ES term, concentration ES here, so that we'll be able to simplify these three. And then here we already renamed our rate constants accordingly. So I for inhibition and then S for substrate. Okay, so far so good. Let's move on. Now we are going to transpose now our whole term. So take note from here. We have divided this whole term, which gives us this. And then we see that this term has a denominator, which is exactly what we need to fill in our numerator because we are lacking the substrate concentration. So now we will multiply it. So this will be eliminated, which would yield us this. So take note, we still have to plug this whole expression to our product velocity equation, which is our equation 1. And then we name V sub P assigned as letter V. And then multiply the whole term with K sub 5, or product rate constant. And then we will see here that K sub 5 is already here in the numerator, so we will be given this equation for uncompetitive inhibition.